Good morning, Coleman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Tuesday, May 20th. Coming up on Cullman Today, city and county officials share perspectives on Rock the South's impact, costs, and responsibilities, candidacy announcements for both Cullman and Hanceville City Councils, and Santiago announces candidacy for mayor of Hanceville. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. As Rock the South is set to return for a 3-day run June 19th through 21st, questions about who pays for what and why continue to circulate among Cullman County residents. Officials from both the City of Cullman and Cullman County offered detailed responses to address public concerns about expenses, safety, and the festival's value to the community. Luke Satterfield, attorney with the City of Cullman, addressed concerns over nearly $200,000 in unpaid expenses from last year's festival, saying that the city's special event ordinance now addresses this. The ordinance requires that the invoiced amount be paid prior to the permit of the festival becoming effective, and noted that should there be an overpayment, the city would return the excess. When asked about spending on tents, food, and drink, Satterfield clarified that the city no longer spends any money on a tent and no longer has a contract with Rock the South. Addressing public safety concerns, Satterfield said that security, off-duty first responders, and Region 6 police officers contract with Rock the South directly and are not affiliated with the city, describing the city's primary focus as ensuring the city is covered while the festival is taking place. On the matter of unpaid services, Satterfield said that by law the city cannot offer services for free because Rock the South is a private entity on private property. He noted that services could be offered at no cost for events on public property, such as at Heritage Park or at downtown city events. John Bullard, Cullman County Administrator, offered a different perspective on the county's involvement, offering that last year's total cost for deputies and EMA personnel overtime for Rock the South was a little over $88,000, and those expenses were paid from the county general fund with no reimbursement. Bullard noted that while the Cullman County Commission doesn't fund tents or services directly, the Cullman County Industrial Development Authority, alongside with other local economic and tourism agencies, contributed $40,000 as a sponsor. Despite the upfront costs, Bullard said he supports the county's continued participation. Regarding emergency services, Bullard stated he was not aware of delayed response times, but he would be willing to sit down with the sheriff and the Rock the South leadership to discuss it or a reimbursement model. Bullard pointed to broad economic benefits, noting that the festival brings in over 100,000 attendees and the tourism dollars that comes with it, explaining that the county commission only receives sales tax, which are allocated to essential services like law enforcement, roads, and infrastructure. While their approaches differ, both city and county officials agree on one thing: Rock the South puts Cullman in the spotlight. As the festival draws near, both local governments are working to ensure safety and maximize community benefit, each within the bounds of its respective laws and resources. Former Cullman High School principal Kim Hall has announced her candidacy for Cullman City Council Place 5. Hall is entering the race with a platform focused on smart growth, transparent leadership, and a bright future for Cullman. A graduate of Cullman High School, Hall's career spans over 30 years in education, serving in Cullman City schools, including service as Cullman High School principal and most recently a state and national level school improvement leadership consultant. Hall currently serves as Director of Leadership Development for Bailey Education Group. She and her husband, Mark Hall, own and operate Cullman Auto Mall, and they are active members of Temple Baptist Church. She's the daughter of Max and Kay Townsend. Max Townsend served 2 terms as mayor of Cullman. Robert Powell, Hanceville native and educator, has announced his candidacy for Hanceville City Council. Powell, a 2016 graduate of Hanceville High School, earned degrees from Wallace State and UAB, where he completed his teaching degree in 2024. He currently teaches government and economics and serves on the Hanceville Planning Commission. He says his campaign centers on two key priorities: transparency and prosperity, believing government should work for the people and that citizens should be kept informed, not left in the dark. Powell lives in Hanceville with his wife and daughter. He says he's committed to supporting smart growth, attracting high-paying jobs, and backing first responders, all while reducing the burden on homeowners. Dan McWhorter of Bremen announced his candidacy yesterday for state representative for Alabama House of Representatives District 12. McWhorter is the owner of Innovative Analytical Solutions and has said that fiscal management and strong leadership are crucial in these difficult economic times which lie ahead. McWhorter's platform consists of a cap on all Cullman County property taxes for senior citizens 65 and older, a clean lottery bill that will fund 2 years of college tuition for any high school graduate with a C average to a trade school, technical school, or 2-year junior college, eliminate daylight savings time, and no state taxes on overtime wages. Oscar Santiago declared his candidacy for mayor of Hanceville yesterday. Santiago has been a resident of Hanceville for 40 years and served as a dedicated leader both in the military and the community. According to his official announcement, he is eager to bring fresh energy and meaningful reforms to the city he loves. A retired Navy commander, Santiago built a career in the U.S. Navy, and after transitioning to civilian leadership, he has applied his skills in corporate management and community engagement to strengthen local initiatives and support the residents of Hanceville. He says his mission is simple: to make Hanceville a safer, stronger, and more united city. Santiago's vision includes initiatives such as rebuilding the police department with a focus on transparency and accountability, enhancing parks and recreation to create more welcoming spaces for families, and regulating predatory businesses to protect the most vulnerable members of the community. He has also pledged strong support for youth programs, including securing resources for Hanceville's football initiatives, recognizing the vital role they play in shaping the next generation. And those are the top stories in Cullman today. Coming up, Auburn and Alabama standouts earn all SEC honors. Sports is next.
I'm Lieutenant Chad Whaley with the Cullman County Sheriff's Office, and it's my pleasure to announce 2 upcoming firearm familiarization classes that we'll be hosting for the general public. With springtime here and summer quickly approaching, we know just how valuable everybody's time is. Because of that, we've decided to offer 2 trainings. The first will take place on May 20th. The second will be the following Thursday on May 29th. Both classes will take place from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at our shooting range, which is located off of County Road 122. Spots will be limited, so we do ask that you register. In order to register, you can simply email me at cwhaley@cullmansheriff.org. You will receive one-on-one instruction from our deputies and firearms instructors that will teach you how to safely and effectively use and care for your firearms. From the Cullman County Sheriff's Office, we just want to say thank you for continuing to make Cullman County special, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome back. The SEC office released this year's all-conference teams, and several Tide and Tiger standouts earned spots on the teams. Auburn's Ike Irish was named a first-team All-SEC outfielder, and Samuel Dutton and Chris Rembert earned second-team All-SEC honors as a starting pitcher and a second baseman, respectively. Rembert was joined by Chase Fralick and Tub Terrell on the SEC All-Freshman team, and Eric Grovera earned SEC All-Defense Team honors at third base. Irish becomes Auburn's first two-time first-team All-SEC honoree since associate head coach Gabe Gross in 2001. As a lone member of the starting rotation to pitch in all 14 series, Dutton becomes Auburn's first starting pitcher to earn All-SEC honors since Casey Mize in 2018. Rembert is Auburn's first true freshman to earn All-SEC first or second team honors since Hunter Morris in 2008, and is one of two freshman position players to receive the recognition this season. Freilich and Terrell joined Rembert as all-freshman team honorees, giving Auburn the most in the league. Grovera has down third base in 29 games this season and committed just 2 errors in 62 chances. Meanwhile, in Tuscaloosa, Alabama's Carson Osmer, Cade Snell, Justin LeBron, and Riley Quick each earned SEC postseason honors as well. Osmer and Snell were each named first-team honorees, while LeBron and Quick were among the second-team selections. As well as his second-team distinction, LeBron garnered all defensive team accolades for the second straight season. Snell is the first Crimson Tide outfielder since Taylor Douglas in 2012 to be named a first-team selection, with Osmer standing as the first Alabama pitcher since Austin Hyatt in 2009 to receive first-team honors. The Tide's 2 first-team distinctions are the most since Douglas and Josh Rutledge brought home first-team recognition in 2010. LeBron becomes the first player in program history to notch his second all-defensive team honor, with Quick becoming Alabama's first starting pitcher to earn all-conference honors since Hyatt's first-team distinction in 2009. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, historian Jim Phillips visits Cullman and CCPS kindergartners shine in Barnyard Musical. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Annabelle Howes has our first of 4 stories with a visit from Jim Phillips.
From antique bottles to buried belt buckles, history came to life this past week at the Cullman Senior Center, thanks to a visit from Alabama historian and treasure hunter Jim Phillips. On Thursday, May 8th, Phillips brought decades of exploration and discovery to the local seniors, sharing artifacts and stories he's uncovered from across Alabama over the last 40 years. His display featured rare coins, paper currency, and antique bottles, some dating back to the 1800s. Guests even had a chance to bring their own keepsakes for Phillips to examine. Since childhood, his curiosity for history evolved into a video production business and later a passion for local history. After documenting stories from St. Clair County, Phillips began exploring historic sites and presenting his finds. Now, he shares over 1,400 programs at senior centers, libraries, and churches statewide. Phillips also reminded attendees that Alabama is rich in hidden history, including rare 1901 Coca-Cola Hutchison bottles, some found right here in Cullman and worth thousands of dollars. Phillips closed the event with this saying, "You don't have to go far to find history. It's right beneath your feet." This has been Annabelle Howes with Cullman Today.
Kindergarten students at Cullman City Primary School brought a joyful and fun musical celebration to the stage last week as part of a Barnyard Musical designed to inspire creativity, confidence, and community among the district's youngest students. A Barnyard Musical is set on a quirky farm telling the tale of a one-of-a-kind group of barnyard animals, from gourmet goats who refuse to eat garbage to a chorus line of dancing cows, squeaky clean pigs, pigs and funky chickens with some serious dance moves, the show delivered laughter and smiles from start to finish. Many students proudly delivered speaking parts, gaining confidence and building communication skills in the process. Thanks to weekly art and music classes at CCPS, even the youngest students are given the opportunity to explore their creativity, express themselves, and develop a lifelong love for the arts. The Flying 50 Hotel is teaming up with on-site businesses to host a summer block party on Sunday, June 1st from 2 to 5 p.m. Owner Charlie Knetter said since all of the spaces are now open, the hotel wanted to celebrate with the community in the form of a block party event. Other participating businesses include Jubilee Coffee and Wine Bar, Sipsy Vineyard and Winery, Seven Daughters Scoops, and Cullman Savings Banks. They will be hosting different giveaways. Knetter said there will be food giveaways, a hotel tour, live music, and special guests at the event. The block party will be free to attend. Wallace State Community College's Department of Nursing Education celebrated 90 students who successfully completed the nationally recognized program as they prepare to enter the healthcare field. During the event, several students were recognized as nominees and recipients of the Nightingale Award. Faculty nominate students in recognition of their excellence in scholarship and dedication to compassion and exemplary patient care. Nightingale Awards were presented to Brady Benefield, Bonnie Chastain, and LaPortia Foster. Also recognized was a group of students who participate in the UAB Nursing Workforce Initiative, graduates who participate in apprenticeships, students who completed the practical certificate option at the Aniana Academic Center and went on to complete the associate degree at Wallace State's main campus, students who were recognized as Who's Who recipients, and the recipient of the 2025 Nursing Program Award, which was also Brady Benefield. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and pay our respects to those who lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Nina Faye Smith, 79 of Cullman, passed away Saturday, May 17th. Graveside service will be at 2 p.m. Wednesday, May 21st at Simcoe Methodist Cemetery. Memorial service for Hazel Marie Dingler, 72 of Cullman, are incomplete at this time and will be announced at a later date. Helen McCain Davis, 95 of Crane Hill, passed away Sunday, May 18th. Funeral service will be at 2 p.m. Thursday, May 22nd at Sulphur Spring Baptist Church, with interment in the adjoining cemetery. The family will receive friends at the church from 1 to 2 p.m. before the service. James Buford Strawbridge, 81 of Bremen, passed away Friday, May 16th. Funeral services will be at 11 a.m. Wednesday, May 21st at Hanceville Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will follow the service at Cullman City Cemetery. Visitation will be Tuesday, May 20th from 5 to 8 at Hanceville Funeral Home. Junior O. Arb Murphy, 91 of Holly Pond, passed away on Monday, May 12th. No services are planned at this time. Charles William Gorham passed away on Saturday, March 29th. No services are planned at this time. Funeral service for Lindsay Allen Self, 83 of Hanceville, will be at 11 a.m. Friday, May 23rd at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel with interment in Prospect Church of Christ Cemetery. Visitation will be Thursday evening from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the funeral home. Arthur Lee Smith, 82 of Cullman, passed away on Friday, May 16th. Visitation will be held Wednesday, May 21st from 12 to 2 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home, followed by a celebration of life funeral service from 2 to 3 p.m. Edward Earl Chandler Jr., 77, passed away on Sunday, May 18th. Funeral service will be held Thursday, May 22nd at 2 p.m. at Hanceville Funeral Home and at the graveside afterward at Hopewell Cemetery in Hanceville. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today will be partly sunny with a high near 86 and a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, there's a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low around 65. Wednesday will be sunny with a high around 80 and a low around 60. That wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a great day, Cullman.